Welcome back. Firefield Vision powered by NovaCare. Another week, joined this week by Mark Bircham, Kevin Egan here. In what was, Mark, a strange week really in terms of football. You go to New York, you get a 2-2 draw, feels like a loss. Away in Columbus, sneaking a last-second equaliser, that feels like a win. It's a funny old game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. As you said, there's jubilation and there's frustration in both games. Frustration for us is that we've not played as well as we should have in the whole 90 minutes. We've been, I thought, the best we've played in the first half against New York, and then we played excellent probably last half an hour in Columbus. But it'll be coming soon. We're working on the lads that we get a full 90 minutes out of the lads to get the 3 points.
The goals conceded defensively, a little bit of breakdown there. How would you assess those goals yourself, and what kind of message are you giving to the players on how to improve?
We always show them, always show the goals against, because look at any goal, normally there's 3 mistakes to every goal. It's not, unless you want to chest it and volley it in your own goal, normally there's always 3 mistakes. And we break it down, we show the lads this is why the goal's gone in, and we try and make sure it don't happen in the coming future.
Huge week, really is, isn't it? You've got Montreal at home this week, travel to DC, and then playing a guy called Kaka and Orlando here at Toyota Park. How do you approach a week like this in terms of trying to motivate the guy? It's just every game as it comes, right? Yeah,
just the same as we've been doing with no midweek games. So we're going to stick to our formula and what we do in training, working on our tactics. And look, we're so close to getting it right. We're so close. You look at every game, we've been in every game. We could have won every game, but there's been some games we could have lost. But a lot of the games we've probably dominated chances and attacks. Even the last game in Columbus, we've had more shots, more on target, more at goal. So look, we've got to look at it. We're unbeaten in our conference, which is a big thing, and hopefully we can take that into the next 3 games.
Hear, hear. Best of luck
Cheers.
this weekend. Cheers,
Thank
Mark.
you.
Good to catch up with Mark Bircham. Pleased with the response of the Chicago Fire players to battle back for a crucial point in Columbus. Now, here at Firefield Vision, the players, the coaches, the fans, everyone's striving for perfection. So I think it's a good chance to break down the second goal scored by Columbus and conceded by the Fire on a corner. Now, with the Fire, they like to play a combination of zonal and man-for-man marking. We'll get a chance to see this right now. From the corner, you see Federico Higuain about to take it. What we're looking at here is, first and foremost, Jovan Jones marking Kevon George from the play. Very good defensive shape right now. He has Kevon George by the arm. He knows exactly where he is. Eric Gehrig is in a zonal area, central on the edge of the 6. For me, he needs to command that area. Any ball into the box, that is Eric Gehrig's. And the third point we're looking at here is Jeff Laurentowicz on Kai Kamara, circled right here. Now, if we roll it on and pause it right here, watch how this play starts to develop. Jovan Jones has lost Kevon George, who gets ahead of his man and makes the darting run toward the byline. He's picked out, but we'll get to that in just a second. Eric Gehrig starts a movement. He's predicting where the ball is going to go, and he's looking to help out his teammates. But crucially in this play, he leaves his zonal area. And thirdly, keep an eye on Jeff Laurentowicz and Kai Kamara. Laurentowicz in a bit of a tug-of-war with them, but he gets away from Laurentowicz. Now, if we roll it on slowly, you'll see that Kevon George gets the head on the ball. Eric Gehrig has left his zonal area. Kai Kamara gets ahead of Jeff Laurentowicz. And like Mark Bircham said, 3 mistakes usually involved in the scoring of a goal. And you could see that. Jovan Jones didn't get to Kevon George. Eric Gehrig left his area. Kai Kamara gets in ahead of Jeff Laurentowicz. So crucial defending set plays to keep an eye on that. And the Chicago Fire defended the first 2 very well indeed. It was the third one that got away from the team. So turning to this week's opponent, the Montreal Impact. Off the back of 2 fantastic wins, Frank Lopez's team is going well right now, but I do feel there are areas where the Chicago Fire can really exploit them using the creativity and pace that Frank Yallop's team has. Let's take a look at a particular clip against FC Dallas in their win last weekend. An area where I feel Montreal are weak is when the opponent tends to bunker down at the back. Here we see Dallas give the ball away. Piatti gets on the ball for Montreal, but here's where I feel they're not very creative. They turn the ball over, and all of a sudden it's Dallas on the counter-attack, and watch what happens here. Mauro Diaz turns 2 midfielders, and pause it right here. He gets by Donadell and Callum Mallis, and here what we see, Bakary Soumare, Laurent Simon retreating, and just look at that for space between the line of confrontation from the midfielders, which Diaz evades, and the central defenders, Mauro Diaz. Now you're looking at Sean Maloney, Harry Shipp in these areas for the Fire, and David Akam out on the left-hand side. So if we roll it on, Diaz has time to run into the space, pick out his pass for Fabian Castillo, who nearly scores the opening goal of the game. That line in the centre of midfield that the Fire can get by or find Sean Maloney in behind is going to be crucial. We know Bakary Soumare very well here in Chicago, likes to defend a little bit deeper than a lot of central defenders in Major League Soccer. So if you can pick out the creative players in that space, thread the needle, Chicago Fire could be on the money against Montreal on Saturday. Coverage, well, we're back on CSN, folks. Delighted to say Dan Kelly, Danielle Slayton and myself will bring you the pre-game show at 7 o'clock Central with kickoff. Chicago Fire hosting Montreal Impact at 7:30.